What are you doing to better yourself during this COVID-19 outbreak? Nothing. I'm taking this opportunity to not feel like I have to be constantly improving my grades, appearance, brain, whatever. I'm doing the bare minimum at home because I spend most of my life stressing about how I can better myself. I know where you are coming from. The need to always be on the go and being productive every single minute. I had to learn not to feel guilty for taking a moment to pause and be still every now and then. Social distancing? I call that depression. I'm so fucking good at social distancing. Seriously, the closest previous experience I have to social distancing is my big depressive episode. It's weird to be home and out of work and not feel completely depressed. My brain is like, what's going on? You're at home all day every day, but you're getting up, getting dressed, and doing other productive things. This is very confusing. I'm afraid it will decide that because I'm home, I must be depressed after all. Going to work really kept me sane. I have been working out so much. I already worked out a decent amount, but this is a new level for me. Honestly, I don't know if I'd be holding it together if I weren't working out. It gives me a sense of satisfaction of a job well done that, quite frankly, not much else can these days. I'm thinking of motivating myself to do things I otherwise wouldn't be motivated to do. Now if I could only motivate myself to actually start doing said things. I started doing the One Punch Man workout. 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 6.2 mile run. I love it, especially since I always sucked at body weight exercises. I usually break up each workout into 10x10. Edit. For the record, there are like 1,000 better body weight workout routines you can do while in quarantine. Please do not follow some advice you saw in an anime. Work out every other day, or work out alternating muscle groups. Don't do the same thing every day. Stick with it please. I learned on acoustic and then bought AB Electric last year. Try using Guitar Tuner to learn how to play. They show you the chords and you play games and stuff. It's an amazing app. Also get guitar tabs to find songs to practice with. I promise it's worth it. Thanks. I downloaded Guitar Tuner the first day to tune my guitar. Didn't realize it had games till I just read your post. I also been practicing chords and been using Rocksmith. All kidding aside, I'm going to stick with it even though it's frustrating. I get discouraged when I have to keep looking down to get the chords correct or readjust my fingers. I started learning about a year ago, and just now I'm getting to the point where I don't consider myself a beginner anymore. It'll take time, and it'll fucking hurt to hold down strings until you build calluses or lose feeling in your fingertips. I'm not sure which happened first. I started ukulele a few months before I began to teach myself guitar. It gave me small calluses and helped me in the long run because it doesn't make me wanna snap my fingers off. Yeah, I know, which is nice. Learning that working through a crisis shouldn't come with the extra pressure of having to be productive, no matter the cost, and granting myself the mental space to actually deal with the stress coming my way right now. If I had realized this was an option months ago, I'm sure recovering from my surgery would have been a lot easier. Take care of yourselves, people. If all you have space for right now is making it through this and taking care of your loved ones, that's more than fine. This is a traumatic time and we all deserve to make it through as well as we can. I started gardening and I'm really enjoying it. So far I've dug up 3 old rotten trees, trimmed the overgrown evergreens, and now the garden looks twice the size. Tomorrow is to further trim the bases of the trees to give my puppy more space to roam. I've never seen my neighbors out doing yard work before. I've never even seen most of my neighbors, full stop. Until now, that is. They're friendly. They wave. It's pleasantly surprising. Also, everyone is out walking their dogs at safe 6-foot intervals. The dogs are so happy. Picked up Duolingo and started to learn another language, as well as get back into reading, since I didn't have the time to do so. I started learning Japanese because I've never learned a non-European language before. I acquired a bunch of online resources and some definitely legally obtained PDFs and audio files, and I've got Anki fired up and ready to go. Should be a fun one. It's nothing like the languages I'm used to. This made me cry. My sister is this way to her son. He's 4. She's a good mom, but she's impatient, mean, and aggressive. I've tried showing her how not kind she is, but she can't see it. What you are doing is beautiful and selfless, and I think you're a wonderful father. The kind I wish I had, and the kind of mother I wish my sister would be. It took a lot for me to even realize what I was doing. I've been one way my entire life and it's worked out really well for me, career and interpersonal wise. But with my son, I can't be this way. Sometimes I look at him, and he's scared that I even walked into the room, and that fucking sucks. I bet she knows. But it takes a while to realize that your actions/inactions are shaping the way your child views life. They're always watching. I'm learning to be a better dad for my son. I'm showing him to be kind, be patient and let things go. That he shouldn't be afraid of failure, trying, and mostly, me. I've always been quick to anger and very demanding. But now that he actually gets to see me on a daily basis, I'm learning to choose my words carefully and be the parent that I always should have been, instead of the one I'm now. That it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to mess up, and asking for help is a good thing. He's a wonderful little man, and I need to chill and let him be a little boy. He needs to enjoy his childhood, and he needs a dad that is there and supports him, rather one that demands perfection. This is a blessing. Because at this crucial age, I get to have the time with him that most people wish for on their deathbed. I'm spending time in his world instead of making him spend time in mine. It's not stupid to race your Hot Wheels and create stories, buddy. I've been stupid for not seeing how awesome it is. I'm not wasting this opportunity, not again. Going through a tough breakup while quarantined. I thought this was going to be the worst possible way to deal with it, as everyone says you should socialize with friends, meet new people, go out. It actually gives me the opportunity to work on myself. I realized I should stop relying on other people for my self-image. I hope I'll come out of this stronger than ever. Not as healthy as everyone else seems to be, but as a cake decorator with no cakes to decorate. I'm practicing brush embroidery today. Just working on my skills while I have 8 hours of work and nothing to do. I'm a doctor and I work on a respiratory ward. For the love of all that is holy, it's not a difficult concept. Stay inside. Edit. I shouldn't have to point out that you shouldn't literally stay inside and that's it for 3 weeks. I mean, at this point I think I'd like to do that happily, but that's by the by. Please, by all means go into your gardens, if you have them, and take some exercise as per local rules. Here in the UK it's once per day for exercise and only essential shopping. I'm talking more to the crowds that are still gathering in play parks at the UK, as people seem to be treating this as a government sanctioned 3-week holiday. You will understand what I'm getting at. Please be sensible and do your bit to help curb the virus spread. Finally writing the movie I've always wanted to. I'm more than 60 pages in. It's just flowing off my fingertips. Pure magic. Doing yoga/meditation daily, sometimes twice a day, and focusing on my mental health. I've been using Yupper every day for journaling and goal setting, and have finally decided to do something about my chronic condition by downloading Curable. I've even gotten more organized, which is big for me. Quarantine has been good, who older thunk. I didn't used to do it much, but now if I have nothing else to do I try to read. It may sound boring, but OMG it's not. It really helps in this case. It's a really good cure. And if you have a headache, which is usually caused by frequent use of electronic devices, just take a book and read a little bit. The best painkiller ever. Please upvote so more people read it. Hope my comment can help at least some of you guys. Take care and stay at home. I follow the safety rules. And I proposed, by phone, my elderly neighbors to do their shopping, or call me, if they like a social talk, by phone. I also maintain a relaxed and productive lifestyle. I'm trying to shore up my language skills by hitting the dictionary for several foreign languages. Maybe even become a professional translator one day. I'm just a hobbyist translator now. Also trying to teach myself art by getting a Wacom tablet, so it's another lifelong hobby / skill I could use. And slowly, very slowly learning how to program. Taking care of my new baby. It's a weird time to be on maternity leave. It's nice having my husband home. We weren't expecting that. I've been so unhappy lately, especially with my job. I hated it so much, and it took so much life away from me, so I quit. Actually due to COVID-19, and also what I've been feeling for a really long time with the hours. I got myself another job, and had plenty of employers reaching out for interviews. So there's that. And also I had the urge to paint. I'm not some big shot, but I wanted to use my time I had at home to do something I knew I had time for finally. I tried to paint once before, but I felt like I did it for the wrong reasons. But now that I did it just to ease my mind and not have a plan, I did a lot better this time. Hope to continue with this in the future. I don't know about bettering myself aside from maybe karmically, but I've been trying to be helpful to nearby friends and neighbors. Made some food bank runs for this one nearby family who don't have a car, and sold an old extra PS4 console for dirt cheap to a family with an immune compromised kid who's stuck in her room. I'm considered essential, so I'm doing the opposite of bettering myself. But I'm making sure that companies that produce, deliver and use anything in the medical, food, petroleum, and liquid industries can deliver to those in need, so I hope I'm bettering things for someone. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.